There have been many highs, there have been many lows, but this is our top films, shows, and more of 2024. Without further ado, let's end the year strong. Let's get right into it.
Cinestro of the cast, it's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in, stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in, stay tuned.
2024 finna go, but that song ain't gonna change.
That was the
banger.
most. That was the most chill intro you've ever done.
I love it.
We've man, you know, we gotta end the note. We gotta reflect. We gotta be chill and end the year on a very positive note. Usually, last year we did our best and worst. This year we're just gonna stick with our best because we talk about the worst. We're gonna be here for 30 years talking about all that dog shit films that came out. Never again. So starting at the top, man. We're gonna discuss our. Everyone's gonna pick their one ultimate favorite.
Wait, can we be specific? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Or is it like just best of the year? Anything? It can be like video games, movies, TV show. Or are we sticking comic book runs? Or are we doing just movies?
This one will be your number one best of the year, any form of media. But we'll still list some of our honorable mentions. Talk about what we enjoyed this year. I don't think we should, like I said, I don't think we're going to mention what we dislike because, like I said, it's going to be a long time. So we'll start with our top picks. We'll go around the room. I don't know where AZ is, but he's probably going to say something like anime or something like that. So
Sonic 3 is his favorite.
Sonic 3. That boy going to say something diabolical. But let's start with David. David is back, guys. Welcome back, David.
I know.
He's been off doing the fatherhood thing. He's been off doing the real media team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Backstage OL thing. Real quick, David, before we get to, we always shout out Backstage OL at the end of the show, but we never get a chance to actually explain it. Go ahead and tell the folks what Backstage is about, so they're more informed and they can keep up with everything y'all got on there.
Yeah, sure. Well, Backstage OL is an entertainment journalism site that's branching out into TV, radio, music, all of those things. The thing that we care about is the actual product. We're not going to talk about who broke up with who's dating somebody else. Leave that to Access Hollywood. Leave that to Extra. Leave that to the 2000s, like tabloid stuff. We care about directors, screenwriters, the actors, the actual projects, all of that stuff. That's what we dive into. I don't care about what's going on with Ben Affleck and outside of his movies. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I care. This guy cares. My Mexican king, Ben Affleck.
All right. Mexican king.
You heard him speak Spanish?
He's an honorary Latino.
He's an honorary
I did hear him speak Spanish. It surprised me. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me because he's at like his career length and like all the stuff that he's done, but it still makes you go like, oh, okay.
Him and Matt Damon.
So I know for sure, J-Lo didn't teach him that Spanish. She can barely speak.
You bet your fucking ass she did.
So quick question. While I was putting away groceries, sorry, I stubbed my. If that goddamn it picked up when I walked in the room,
we had your ass on mute.
Okay. Because I screamed "God damn it" very loud. I stepped on a thumbtack and it fell off my wall.
Nice.
Yeah, glad we missed it. Glad that's not in the podcast.
Yeah, this is not a blasphemous type of pod.
What is the
AZ's pain aside?
What is the subject that we are currently on?
Best of the year.
We're discussing
best of the year. Okay.
We're discussing the best of the year.
All right,
everyone's gonna pick their one number one best of the year, whether it's TV show, movie, game, comic run, anything. So we'll start with David. We'll go around the room.
All right, David, best one of anything is hard, but I'm gonna narrow it down to two number ones. I think the best, obviously, I think a lot of us are gonna have it in the top two movies of the year. Dune Part 2. Yeah, the number one movie of the year.
Y'all are so basic.
There's been a lot of
we're not wrong.
There's been a lot of like really good movies this year. Like, respectfully, Alien Romulus is up there for me. Like, again, there's been a ton of amazing movies, but what Doom Part 2 accomplished is pretty much insane. and the fact that it probably will only get like 2 or 3 Oscar nominations for like the upcoming Oscars is going to be crazy. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be crazy. But between it's Dune Part 2, it's Arcane Season 2 is the other thing that's just like that is like one of the best of like, hey, this is what actually when people are on their game and everybody's on the same page and no one's pulling in different directions. Those are 2 examples of like this is the peak that it can be. And my last one will be Shogun, would be the other one.
I forgot that came out this year. Oh my god!
I have a different FX show on my top 10 list, but
FX is I be telling people FX is sneakily good when it comes to drama and like they put their game on.
Not sneakily. I think they're 2 behind HBO. I think it's HBO FX.
I think it's Apple TV. Television. I think it's Apple TV and FX.
Get that dick out of your mouth, David.
I think it's Apple TV and FX. I'm just telling you.
No one else watches Apple TV but
David's the number 1 Apple TV
diehard.
He rides for Apple TV like I do for AMC Plus.
The only thing I
know, I got the serial number on the back of my neck, like Sonny from iRobot.
There's a little Apple logo just like on the back of his neck, like
that's what they
curse
plug
mark.
me in.
Curse mark.
Yeah.
And every time David mentions Apple TV, the little dong sound.
$50,000 drop into his bank account.
It's the PayPal thing. But those would be my 3. It's Doom Part 2, it's Arcane, it's Shogun. Shogun was crazy, man.
It was insane.
Arcane is one of the best things I've seen, I think,
in a while.
Ever. Like in the past 50, like that show, both of those seasons of that show are I will ride for that show. It's incredible. Incredible. Everything about it. I think it's great. Really good picks, David. Who's next, Matthew?
Solid picks. I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen Arcane yet, but I will be watching soon and getting hip. Let's see.
Arcane.
Next up.
Oh wait, before you go, I was gonna say I have one like the misfire of the year.
Do it
for me. The misfire, as there were many, but my misfire of the year is head and shoulders above everything else. Is Joker 2. The Joker sequel is to me that is
trash film.
The misfire in terms of you had $1 billion original movie that didn't need a sequel. You decided to do it anyway. You went and got Lady Gaga and you brought back Todd Phillips, regardless of how like Joaquin didn't want to be there until the last minute. Like there was just so many things wrong with that movie. $230 to $250 million budget. Like it was just bad after bad after bad. And then opening weekend making 30 or 40, whatever it was. Just complete misfire. Throw it in the can. That's my misfire of the year.
Get it out of there. Speaking of getting it out of there, Gerardo, get your answers out there. What's your
I thought he was going to tell me get out of the country.
Yeah, get the whoa.
Not till January. Not till January, pal.
But speaking of getting out of the country,
American are you?
If we're doing top 3s, I think Civil War for sure is up there. I think Alex Garland is in his bag. I don't think that Warfare is going to be
Warfare time,
Give it a chance. We don't know what we have.
It looks pretty fucking good, and I'm not the biggest war movie guy. It's got Hurt Locker energy, but better.
It looks fine, and I'm going to give him a chance.
Okay.
Civil War. Another one would be Challengers.
Yep.
Hive Rise Up. Great fucking banger. Electric. You can't stop watching it. I watched it at home, and I didn't get on my phone once. It was beautiful. And
that's so real.
I think Monkey Man was probably like
thank you.
Monkey Man.
The Monkey Man
was a sleeper.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was.
I loved it. I loved it.
Interesting.
And I need to watch it again because I've been sleeping on it.
Yeah, I saw it once at the beginning of the year, and I just haven't seen it again. But I remember like
I've been itching.
I think I've seen it maybe one in like half a time. As I was going to sleep, I was seeing it on video on demand, but it's really
busy watching cartoons.
You're gonna hate my top 3.
He spent all of his energy on fucking cartoons.
You're gonna really
Sonic 3.
Yes.
My little sister's not that young. season
Oh
2,
god.
and
Yeah.
and
If I had to,
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw
if I got to
Man,
choose
yeah.
one
A new movie
misfire,
comes out in actually a couple months. I'm very excited.
What's your misfire head out of them?
Trap, because I was really
Thank you.
fucking excited for Trap,
Really?
and it disappointed the shit out of me.
Exciting.
Oh, that's your misfire.
Interesting.
Misfire of the year.
That's my misfire. It was really
Okay.
That one broke me.
Okay.
I thought he was
Nice.
back. I always think he's back and he's not, and that's really disappointing. To go through that every time he makes a movie.
That's the Shyamalan curse, man.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of
No, the next one's gonna be a banger.
speaking of being back, AZ came back from helping load the groceries to give us
Yes,
his
I
list.
did.
What's your top pick, bro? What's your
All
number
right,
one?
so
Everyone can go to sleep. Y'all can take a nap real quick.
Look! Don't let this charlatan, this snake oil salesman Luis, peddle you these lies. Okay, animation is back, baby.
Ugh.
Been more back because my number 3 pick for a movie of this year is The Wild Robot. The Wild
Valid.
Great pick. Great
Fuck.
pick.
Valid.
so hard,
I
so
watch it.
needlessly hard.
Mhm.
I
pick.
did not. I have never in my life pirated a movie allegedly, but if I did, right, I've never had the instance where I've pirated a movie allegedly and then gone to the theater after that alleged experience to go experience it fully. 'Cause I've
Wow.
already seen the movie. It's just
Crazy.
that good. It looks beautiful. It's acted beautifully. It has my fallback wife, number 568, Lupita Nyong'o. And
Yeah.
it's great. It's just a very beautiful, heartwarming film that's just so artistically represented in a
Yeah.
beautiful medium of animation, and I have to give it up. Now, I would put Best Show as from because I only found it this year, but apparently it's from 2022, so I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
So,
Yeah.
As from
Retro-
season
The
3.
best
retroactive.
show of this year should be no surprise to anyone. The Penguin. Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
Great
my
pick.
god!
Great pick.
I thought Matt Reeves was done giving us a serious, grounded take on superheroes that is a blend between the superhero and the
LaFranc.
noir genre. I thought he was done with that. I thought I didn't think it could be replicated to make a comic book movie feel serious. And then especially after Joker 2 being the tremendous misfire that it is, I didn't think it was possible to get that good general audience.
Not too
clap.
much on my boy Todd Phillips. Y'all
No,
coming at him too
I
crazy.
saw,
Nah,
I
not
saw
enough.
his
At him
movie.
too crazy.
Not
I
enough.
saw his
Todd's
movie.
a
He knows
bum.
what he did. I saw his movie. He knows what he did. But to see the small Easter eggs and nods to future things that Matt Reeves may or may not do down the line, or the greater Batman mythos, but also to see the rags to well-dressed rags that by the end of the series, the emotional gut-punching moments of when you find out what he did to his brother and how he betrays Vic at the end. Every episode, week to week, had me.
He was cooking.
And it was just unmatched. I was blown away. And then if I had to pick a number 3, I would say listen. Okay.
It's gonna be a fucking
Oh, no.
cartoon.
Some fucking bullshit.
I like cartoons,
My little sister can't
and
be
I
this
think
cute.
shut up.
No.
Don't roll me. Don't put that evil on me. Or, don't do that. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
The
Don't do
who needs deodorant series.
That's crazy. Oh no.
That's so vile. Okay. But if I had to pick my number 3 for just my favorite little things that I've seen of this year, respectfully, Transformers 1.
Nah, see, you're wrong.
Hear me out.
Agreed. Thank you.
You're wrong.
Thank you.
As much as I love
because-
Transformers 1, The
As
Wild
much as I
Robot
hate
was
that
a better
bullshit.
animated movie than
No,
Transformers 1.
but
Okay.
here's why. Here's why. It's not my number. Wild Robot is still my number 1, right?
Okay.
Originally,
Fair enough.
My true number 1 is Dune, but you ain't got to speak on what be spoken.
Okay.
You ain't got to speak on what everybody knows. Gotta speak on it, right? That is a competently made movie. It's beautiful, and it's 3 hours, but I feel none of it. I am just having a good time, right? Transformers 1 is a movie that, against all odds, is
Very good movie.
incredible as it is. Coming from an IP like Transformers, which has been spat in the face by Hollywood and executives, just swings and roundabouts, peaks and valleys.
And by me,
Are low, the highs are high. The Bayverse people grew up on. Some people grew up on G1, Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated. There's so many different generations.
Are these real things?
Fans and colloquial audience members that they had to be able to drag in. And they weren't able to really get that big advertising push because apparently they don't like making money. Until one account that said, go see Transformers 1. And that one guy saw that movie.
I remember that. Yeah.
It became viral. The resurgence of this movie in the last couple of weeks of its box office and video on demand, its first couple of weeks, is insane. It is an almost like opening weekend level turnaround.
We're on different Twitters.
It is also just a very well-made film. Somehow Chris Hemsworth is a pretty decent Optimus Prime. I was pleasantly surprised with that. You have
he did a really good variation of Peter Cullen as the movie went on. You heard him sounding closer and closer to Peter Cullen by the end. It was actually really well done.
In his voice, and then also I always forget his name, but
Ryan Tyree Henry.
Put some motherfucking respect on the Yale School of Drama graduate.
Talk about it.
Oscar-nominated actor Brian Tyree Henry.
The paper boy himself, the patron saint of Atlanta rap.
The paper boy?
The paper boy does an excellent story. An excellent job acting as Megatron. If you showed me Atlanta and you told me that Paperboy is fucking Megatron, I would have laughed in your face. But you actually see him grow into the hatred and vitriol fueled, raging revolutionary that is Megatron. You understand how these characters end up at their place in the greater Transformers mythos by the end of the story. And to do that, I gotta give it its flowers, man. I got to give it its flowers. Incredible.
It was good. It's very, very good.
Okay.
What's your misfire?
Oh, my misfire. Oh, my God. My misfire.
It was so bad he muted himself.
that was an accident. My dad keeps calling my phone. So I'm trying to get this off real quick and then answer this. But Misfire's Megalopolis. I've truly never seen anything.
I forgot that's going to happen.
It's like
it's
exactly. Think about it. It's like a movie with Aubrey Plaza, Giancarlo Esposito, all these incredible talents.
All that mid.
All these high, upper. Every single person in that has won some version of an Oscar, Emmy, or a BAFTA, like something. And it failed. This man put his life savings into a movie over decades, and it failed.
And now
he dedicated a flop to his wife. Can you imagine that?
That was great.
Can you imagine that? She has to die.
That's divorce-worthy activities.
In her name. That's insane. Megalopolis is the worst. I think I got maybe 15 minutes. I sat all the way through Borderlands, right? I watched 15 minutes of Megalopolis and turned it off.
I'll tell you what, you're correct. As bad as Borderlands is, it's more watchable than Megalopolis.
Megalopolis is insufferable.
That's unfortunate.
Guess who sat through the whole of Megalopolis? This fucking dumbass right here.
Yes, I was in there on the matinee.
You know how
was there a point, Louis,
I
where you like looked down the aisle? Was like, I could get out like this way. If
like 20 minutes into the movie, I was like, I could leave.
He said no.
I should leave. I was like, I should leave. Actually,
I tried to get up, but there was
this
fucking like
train wreck.
There was like those James Bond style like wrist cuffs that were like strapping him to the chair. He's like, no, he's like getting Clockwork Orange.
They're Clockwork Orange, my ass.
Luis was in the chair like Palpatine at the beginning of episode 3, just stuck there, having this shit happen in front of him, watching his apprentice get dismembered. Like that's what was going on. Terrible. Very terrible. Unlike Luis's top pick. Tell us what you got. What's your top pick, bro?
So a lot of the stuff that I would consider, I guess, in my top 3 has already been discussed. So for the sake of not repeating ourselves, I think I'll mention 3 other things I really like. So I think my top thing in general that has been said that I've seen this year that happens to be a show Say Nothing on FX. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It's one of the best pieces of television I think I've ever seen. It's incredible. It's an FX show that is about it's a series that follows
It's about
people.
the IRA or the Northern Ireland. Yeah, that.
Yeah, people growing up in
IRA.
Belfast in the 70s, 80s, and 90s during the Troubles and their involvement during the IRA and inquiries into the disappeared and the murder, and particularly about the murder of Jean McConville. So it's an incredible show. It's incredibly written, incredibly acted, beautifully directed. It's
Kinnear is in that one, right?
Who?
Rory Kinnear is in
Rory
that
Kinnear's
one, right?
in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Who's an
Yeah,
incredibly underrated
that's one
actor.
I didn't get to. That's on my list, like
Oh,
to finish
dude.
out the year. But I
Dude.
know it's good.
Is it
It's-
better than Dairy Girls?
I don't know.
Love Dairy
Might
Girls,
not
man.
be.
Dairy Girls is great.
It's hard.
man.
It's hard.
It's pretty
No,
good.
but it's incredible show. Everybody should check it out. Then I would say another two things. I loved. I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah,
I think
man.
James
I get that.
Schoenbaum is incredible. I think that movie is beautiful and
Yeah, man.
heart-wrenching and so honest. Like, and I know people use art as a way to kind of like to go back, to kind of express it, obviously themselves and what they're going through in their lives. But that, I don't know, man. There's just that movie is just so powerful. Honestly,
means something to me, man.
This shit do mean something to me.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's
Imagine
gorgeous.
being Justice Smith going from Society of Magical Negroes to I Saw the TV Glow this year.
A man with range.
He was the only
Magic.
thing that I was like,
Detective Pikachu.
I don't know about this movie. And then I saw it and I was like,
Yeah.
Justice Smith needs to fire his fucking agent because
Yeah.
he needs to stop making dog shit like
Yeah.
Society of Magical Negroes, Detective Pikachu, the Jurassic World movie. It needs to focus more on doing this shit. 'cause
Completely
he's-
forgot he was
More
in the-
D&D. More
Less-
D&D.
He was
Less-
great in D&D. He was
less
great in
the
D&D.
voyeur.
More this.
less the voyeurs, more
Bro,
D&D, and
That
more I
movie's
saw
so
the
bad.
TV.
The
Girl.
Voyeur's
Yeah.
got some
Glow.
good clips, though.
Oh, it's got two very good clips. Yeah, I can tell you that.
Jesus
two
Christ.
very nice clips. No, so I saw TV Glow,
That was
my
great.
second one, and then there's this movie called Evil Does Not Exist. Ryusuke Hamaguchi movie. He directed Drive My Car.
Ooh. Yeah.
It is made up mostly of non-professional actors, and it is incredible. It's just incredible. I can't really describe what the plot is or what it's about. Just go into it not knowing anything, watch it, and just let it overcome you and just let it take over you. Ryusuke Hamaguchi slowly becoming one of my favorite filmmakers. He's 2 for 2, and The Evil Does Not Exist. Check it out. It's great. Biggest misfire.
That
There's
hasn't
two.
been said. So like Megalopolis and
I was
Joker
gonna
are
say
out.
Megalopolis, trust me, but but I think here's this one it pains me to say. Gladiator 2 was the biggest misfire of the year.
Yeah.
See, I had that on my like, yeah, kind of. That was like right behind
Disappointing.
what I say,
Yeah,
Joker 2
it's-
as just like a wow, this didn't hit.
Gladiator 2 is the biggest misfire of the year by far. Because how do you have Ridley Scott,
Watch.
that incredible cast,
Agreed.
and a concept like Gladiator, and you fuck it up, and you make a mediocre movie. It's so. And I was so excited. Everybody was so excited, and then it's meh.
Yeah,
It's just
meh.
meh.
you watch it, and
told
then
you.
in a
I
week or
told
two,
you.
you'll forget it.
Not even a week, bro. You leave, and you're just like,
The
yeah.
day you're like, did I
the
just
day
watch
of, you're just like, did I watch that shit?
this?
Yeah.
Did I really just watch this?
Your
Big
brain
misfire.
protects you and deletes it.
Gladiator 2. Matthew.
That's too bad. Like how on my list I have too many things to talk about. At the
I
very
hate these.
top.
These are getting worse and worse.
Yeah, they are.
No, dude, he's fucking cooking.
Thank you. Thank you, Gerardo. for
He's
putting it
microwaving.
He microwaved
My my best of 2024, man. Dude, there's a lot of we've covered so many films and shows and things this year. It's really hard to narrow it down to just one. Obviously, I've enjoyed several. Like there's films that came back to back. I was like, bro, this is so good. I'm gonna have a hard time picking this for our last episode. But I've narrowed it down to on my list. I have Dune Part 2, Penguin the show, Civil War,
Mhm.
And if I had to pick one of those, it's got to be Dune Part 2, man. Like, I
Mhm.
know Dune, especially with the Dune TV show right now, it's definitely something you have to
Mid.
really invest in, right? And like the first movie did a good job of pulling in the crowd that needs to pull in. This one took that to another level, and
Yeah.
just everything about this movie, I could not find anything I disliked. You know, we got Fade Rotha, we got that bald head aggression, bro. We got
I told
we
you
got
something negative about Dune 2. Not enough Leia say do.
Not enough. Not
Not
enough.
enough.
Players they do.
And
none
let's
of
be honest,
Fade on my
Christopher
Rotha.
Walken was miscast like a motherfucker.
Well,
But
yes,
who
He's not
is
good.
I give you that.
He's not
Who
good.
is
Bro,
Dune?
Christopher Walken was, yo,
Who
you
is
got
what's up?
48
Who is
hours
Dune?
free.
Yeah,
Come film
literally,
this.
literally.
Come film this role with me.
They
Yeah.
pulled him out of his home and said,
I'll
"Hey,
die on this
man,
hill. The
read
Emperor
these
should have
lines."
been young. He is supposed to look like he's in his 40s. Y'all don't understand the spice like I do.
Who would you have
You know,
cast?
if they hadn't cast, if they
I don't
hadn't
know,
cast,
fucking
like
John
I do.
Bernthal.
if they hadn't
John
cast,
What?
anyone but Christopher Walken.
if they hadn't cast
What, dude?
Mark Strong as the Emperor in the show, I would have said Mark Strong
Honestly,
for the movie.
Mark
But
Mark
also,
Strong is a
Mark
good
would've
shout.
been great.
Mark Strong
Here's
is a
my
good
other-
shout.
Here's my other pick, Jason Isaacs, because I
Also a good
need
shout.
him.
Jason
I need him.
Isaacs.
That was
yes.
I think
like-
Jason Isaacs is the one. That's the
Yeah.
one.
Because
That was
bro, let him hear me out. And I know Marvel gonna steal
The
my shit,
smarmiest
or they won't, or they
motherfucker in
won't.
existence.
They should make him Magneto, bro.
I
But
can see that.
I've seen
That'd
that
be
cast.
good.
it's
That's a
not
good
gonna
one.
happen because
It could.
Isn't he Jewish?
I believe.
I think
Uh-huh.
he is.
Magneto, yes.
No,
Magneto
Jason,
is
no,
Jewish.
Jason
no.
Isaacs.
We
Jason
know
Isaacs
Magneto
Jewish.
is, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly Magneto might be Jewish in the comics.
The streets
No,
are
for real,
saying.
and then the rest of my list is all bangers too. Like The Bear, banger
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
Banger, like we were talking
Came
about
out.
FX. FX is
There was
cooking.
a lot of good
FX does
TV
not
this
miss.
year.
What we do in the
Lot of good
shadows,
TV.
the
Mhm.
final season,
What we do in the shadows? Yeah.
FX.
Monkey Man,
Yes.
Monkey Man's on my list. Of
What
course,
we
the
do in the
Wild Robot.
shadows.
X-Men 97's on my list, and then this one. This is the most recent entry. Superman, the teaser trailer is in that list. Trust me,
That
bro.
doesn't count, bro.
Listen, no, it counts because they gave me so many things to hate this year, and they gave me something to love at the very tail end of 2024. I hated watching Madame Web. What's that shit that came out last month?
Craven.
That one, Craven.
That
Oh my
one.
god, that one disappointed me so big. What else? What else we got, bro? All types
What
of
else was
nonsense
that?
came out.
Furiosa.
Jason
Furiosa.
Isaacs is Jewish.
See,
I
told
won.
y'all. I told
I
y'all.
won.
My goat.
I won. Once
I
again,
won.
just like in 2022 when we said David Cornsweat is going to be Superman, Jason Isaacs, Magneto. Hear me out.
I want Jason
Jason Isaacs to play Magneto.
No,
Ooh,
that's my role.
mute him.
I'm already wearing the hat. Bro. No,
What was your
just-
biggest misfire of the year?
That's also a hard one to pick because, like I said, there's so much bullshit that came out.
So much dog
Um,
shit.
It's a
Roadhouse.
three-way tie with four-way tie with Megalopolis, Madame Web, Trap. Actually, it's a five-way tie. Craven. Damn.
Yeah, there
See,
was a lot of dog shit.
I
that came
would
out there.
There's a
argue.
lot.
I would argue that you have to take Madam Web and Craven off of Misfire
Because we know
because
they were
you
going to be
didn't
bad.
expect them to
Mm.
fire at all. So
I hope.
You know what would
I
be?
hope
You
for
know.
Craven.
You know what was up? My second misfire honorable mention. Long
So-
legs.
Mm,
No,
Mm.
no.
didn't watch
That
it.
movie's good. That movie's good.
No.
That movie is good.
No.
Smile 2.
You're
Smile
stupid.
2.
Smile 2 was good.
dog shit. No,
No, Smile 2 was
get the
good.
fuck out of here.
That's
I
so
never
funny.
watched it.
That's so funny.
I never watched it.
Pick a misfire, Matt.
Yeah.
Megalopolis.
Man, you know.
Just say Smile 2 to spite David.
Smile 2. You know, misfire. It means we thought it was getting there. We can't
If
count.
that was
like I
going
said,
to hit
can't
and it
count
didn't
Craven.
hit.
Moana 2.
Moana 2.
Moana 2 was already dead from jump though when they took the animation team from the TV show and said,
Oh,
made
make
a-
this movie
make a
in 5
movie.
months.
Yep.
Yeah. That
And
was
no-
already going to be a
disappointing.
direct to
Goku.
streaming story. It was
With
not
no-
going to be
with
a
no
cinematic
Lin-Manuel
theatrical
Miranda.
I just
Still
had
made
my-
that money though, so they
I
don't.
just
care.
had my misfire and I just
They made a
lost
fuck
it.
ton
I
of
can't
money.
believe I forgot that.
You're gonna say
Um,
Kingdom. You're gonna say Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Absolutely not.
That's not
And
the
a
one I
Violent
was
Nature was
thinking.
ass.
Absolutely not a misfire.
Absolutely
Oh.
a misfire.
Absolutely not.
Quiet
I will
Place.
die on that hill. That movie was fantastic.
What?
That's my third favorite
You
movie.
die
of
on
the
a
year.
lot of shitty hills, David.
Third favorite movie
Yeah.
of the year?
Dune?
No.
Or fourth. Dune, Alien Romulus, wait, who just said? Someone said it earlier.
Monkey Man.
Wild Robot
Bad
and
Boys Ride or
Kingdom of
Die.
the Planet of the Apes.
So yeah,
This
let's
man-
name the
This
let's
man
name
is
the
working
movies that
in
came
media.
out. Monkey Man came out.
Great
Twisters
movie.
came out.
Twisters,
Goated.
great movie. Twisters is number 5.
Saturday Night. Challengers.
Nah.
Goated.
Civil War.
The Bike Riders. The
Sing
Bike
Sing is
The
Riders.
number
Bike
6.
Riders.
Bike Riders is overhyped.
Weird.
The Substance, Conclave, The Order.
Substance is number 7.
Queer.
Conclave is number 8. That's the rest of my list right here. Look,
Dang.
this is the rest of my list right here.
That's crazy. The Beast.
The
Yeah.
Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper.
Beekeeper's number 7, actually.
Seven.
Wow,
I need to
that's
move.
crazy.
You know what? I will switch out Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with Beekeeper. I'll make Beekeeper my number 3 movie. That movie was awesome.
Yeah, that
man.
movie was awesome.
That
I'll give
movie
you that.
was Awesome.
That's
You know what that is,
that's
bro?
acceptable.
That's
Bald
good
head
trash
aggression.
cinema.
yeah.
Bald head aggression. He just
Not
bald
even
bald
trash.
aggression.
Give me a series of the Beekeeper, man. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
but
me?
let's
Heat.
2B,
It's
2
bad,
keeper.
but it's good. Is what I'm saying.
2B,
2B, 2 keeper.
Beekeeper 2, Honey Gone Bad. Beekeeper 2, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, Beekeeper 2,
Beekeeper.
Yellow Jacket. That's the
That's kind of hard.
Nice.
The
nice.
Jason
Beekeeper
Statham,
3,
call me
Wasp.
up. I got you, bro.
Beekeeper 3,
Beekeeper Key,
Extinction. Because the bees were going extinct, remember? Beekeeper
Oh,
3,
my God.
Extinction.
No, I
And then
think- I think
Beekeeper
it might
Keep
be
4.
going, Matt. My bad. Keep going, Matt.
Beekeeper 4,
I think
we're
my
back.
misfire. There's several, but my
Yeah, he
misfire
still
right now,
hasn't
just
gone.
thinking on it, is a Quiet Place Day One, because I went in that movie hoping to be
Mm.
scared,
I
and I
liked
was
it.
just sitting there
I
like,
liked it.
I liked it. It's not that I
Joseph
didn't
Quinn
like it. It's just I
sucks.
wasn't scared, you know. And even Romulus, I felt fear.
Those
at
movies
certain
aren't supposed to be
points.
scary, though.
But see, I was about to say
Man.
is that A Quiet Place Day 1 had to change the formula a little bit because you can't
Mm.
do the same style of A Quiet Place 3 times in a row and try and get people scared. You have to go in a dramatic direction.
Yeah.
Back to
Before
the
you
Future
can-
has
And
3
they still
movies.
failed.
Same
Come
thing.
back.
What's
Before-
scary
whatever-
about A Quiet Place is is your mortality,
Yeah.
not the
Mm.
aliens.
No,
Because
no.
we
Did she
the
kill
aliens
herself?
scary
Yeah.
part. After you see the aliens 5 times, then it's like, what am I really scared about?
Yeah.
It's diminishing returns. You're overly exposed to that
Just
point, and
yeah.
you don't feel any real fear.
You're like, I ain't
Now,
scared
if
of
they
these
do-
Helen
whenever they do the
Keller-ass
third one,
aliens.
Whenever they do the third one, just do like you can do A Quiet Place that's like have it in the dark the whole time, or you can't like see the thing, or like you have
What
to
was
add
Bird Box?
a gimmick.
Okay.
A loud
Crossover.
place.
I don't know if
Wow.
this would hit. I don't know how this would hit, and I think this would be just like kind of an out there idea.
No.
But I figured this
ass.
would be good. You do a section of the Quiet Place, or like maybe a Quiet Place anthology, or maybe you do this as its own film. But the film is set at a school for the deaf, like one of those like hearing impaired schools, and it's them navigating that. Their whole world is already silenced, and now they have to essentially be like the guiding force for people who don't operate in that sphere. I think that'd be neat.
That's some
What do you-
CW ass shit.
Y'all just
No.
described.
I
No.
like
What's
that.
that
That's
movie?
interesting.
But that
I think it would
would
be a nice
connect
change of
with the
pace.
end of A Quiet Place Day 1, because that's where it was kind of like leaning
Yeah.
in that direction. So if they were to do another one, you can like connect those dots very easily.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I'm a-
a deaf nigga protagonist. I love that. It'd be awesome.
Deaf fella.
We can't have 2 black leads back to back. That's,
Yeah. Come
Hollywood
on.
would
Come
never.
on, you know that they're going right back to John Krasinski for
I'm
sure
A Quiet Place 3. You know
Who's
this.
another white man? Who's another? They're gonna go to.
Glenn Powell.
No, the
Glenn
motherfucker from.
I'll be happy with that,
Harold. Zach
Zachary
Levi.
Levi.
Zach
No,
Levi.
Bro, he's too busy being the shift lead at a Dairy Queen somewhere. He's not gonna.
No, that boy's
No.
not gonna do that.
He's too busy being an autistic kid's dad in the new movie
yeah.
that he's in.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
too
right.
busy being racist. That's what he's too busy being.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
List Graham's list real quick.
Yes, Graham's list. Graham said Dune. Oh, hold on. Let me get it. Let me make sure I have it correct.
Doom, as in
Dune
the,
Part 2.
the Rock. Night from 2000.
Great
No.
movie. Great
Incredible
movie.
movie.
That movie,
Incredible
again,
movie.
Carl Urban, my guy. I
My
love Carl
goat.
Urban.
He's
man.
incredible. Awesome movie.
The Rock
No.
before his ego was too big. He
Yeah.
allowed himself to lose in that movie. Incredible.
Nah, Graham said Dune Part 2, Alien Romulus, and X-Men 97, which are all
Mhm.
self-explanatory.
Nice.
Great entries
X-Men.
in
No
the
one
year.
mentioned that. Yeah.
X-Men
I
97 was
mentioned-
2024.
Yes,
Yeah,
bitch.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this year feels
Bro,
so
It's been a long ass year, bro.
You know, it's
Oh
crazy.
my God.
because- It's crazy when you think about it because we got that, and we just now got what's it called? What If season 3, and I guarantee you none of you
Ugh,
watched
that-
it.
Not
Has
watching
anyone watched
that
it
shit.
yet?
I'm not
Not
watching
watching
that
that.
shit.
I'm against the. I'm not.
Wait,
watching
what
it.
if
I'm gonna be
season 3
honest.
came out?
Yeah.
It
that's-
should.
The
They should
first
put it back.
episode came out
They
last.
should put it
week.
back.
What
I
if
think
we
this
ignore
week-
this
What
show
if-
completely?
What
if
if
y'all
we
cancel
made
that
good
shit?
content?
So instead
if?
of watching What If, you can watch something real good like Creature Commandos, GI
Ugh.
Robot Innocent,
Haven't started.
GI
it yet.
Robot Innocent.
2
My
episodes
goal.
in.
I've just seen the clip of him going crazy against the Nazis, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that.
Can I list some honorable mentions real quick, Matt? Some other
Yeah,
things
let's
I
do
think
some
would be
honorable
really good.
mentions.
Yeah, let's hear whatever shit you watch.
Okay.
I think some really good movies. Some really good things that
Mhm.
people should watch this year. Honora, great movie.
Yeah.
Memoir of a Snail, beautiful, heart wrenching
What?
movie. It will make
Name
you cry.
stuff that you can watch at any
Bro,
time.
making shit
Angelica.
up.
Dee Dee, incredible movie, incredible coming.
I remember that one. Yep.
Baby Reindeer.
Oh,
What?
Fantastic
That was on my honorable mention.
show. Fantastic
heartbreaking
show.
but incredible.
Incredible.
Great show. Great pick.
Uh,
Great pick.
My goat, Stavros Halkias' movie. Let's start a
Start a cult.
motherfucking cult, baby. It was hilarious.
Dog Water.
Well,
Great movie.
I might have to see this.
Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Will ain't do-
Yeah.
Will
Great,
ain't do
great
nothing
honorable
wrong.
mention. Great honorable
Free
mention.
Will. The Order. Justin Kurtzel movie. Love
Oh,
Justin.
okay,
He's
okay,
incredible.
okay. Yeah.
And I just saw it today. Beautiful film. Queer. Another Luca Guadagnino.
I need to watch that.
What you call me?
Luca Hive, Rise Up.
Luca Hive. Big ups, Luca. Big up queer people.
I didn't go that far.
Big up
Me
queer.
and AZ from me. AZ.
Big up AZ. Big up AZ. But yeah.
Damn right.
Damn right.
I also got a couple little
another-
honorable mentions.
Another quick misfire. I
Oh, yeah.
can't believe I forgot this. The Crow.
Oh my god.
Also,
God.
And
I
he
don't
uses-
think-
Can we
and then
talk
let me-
about one
let
that
me-
hasn't
let me
come out
double-
yet,
let me
but we
double
know
down-
it's going to
let
be
me
good?
double down on that. Let me double down on that because it has the same actor. Boy Kills World. That would have
yeah.
been hard.
Nah.
Yeah.
Boy Girls World, I feel like isn't
Stop.
necessarily
Fuck
in
you.
the
Shut
misstep
up.
category.
Next.
Because I watched it.
AZ, the adults. are
It
talking.
went really fucking hard.
No,
It
it's
was
just aside
it-
from no,
it
John
was-
McFord
it
was
was-
last year.
Yeah.
I almost called him Pennywise.
He is
Skarsgård.
Pennywise.
I know, but
Bill
Skarsgård,
Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård
Bill
has
Skarsgård.
he's been picking some stinkers
Ass.
lately. He needs to go talk to his
Spankers. I'm gonna
dad.
steal
He
that.
needs to talk to Stellan, and he needs to
Yeah.
talk to his brother Alexander and try to get him like on
He's
a
doing
different
Nosferatu.
path.
He's doing Nosferatu.
That's what I was going to talk about.
I'm
And
telling
he's
you,
going to
he
be the
spoke
worst
to his
part of it. I heard that
He
voice.
spoke to his dad, and his dad said, "Get your act
Yeah.
together."
There's this guy called Robert Eggers. He makes really good movies. Maybe you should try working with him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Since you like doing makeup
You know,
and
Stellan-
weird creatures, maybe do it in a good movie.
Stellan was in
He
Dune
said, since you only
on
can
set.
perform when you're hiding your face, maybe you should do this one too.
Yeah.
Now,
Stellan was on set getting phone
Now-
calls.
Stop.
My
Arrakis,
my son,
I'm not entirely sure if we're.
my dude.
Are we still doing honorable mentions? Because I have an
Yeah,
honorable
go
mention.
ahead.
Yeah.
Segue into an excellently delightful topic.
Oh no.
What?
It's gonna be a cartoon.
An honorable mention for one of the best movies I've seen this entire year.
Better not be Christmas themed because that's next
Is-
episode.
No, it's Sonic.
Or the last episode, really.
I was trying
Fuck
to
you.
segue.
Fuck you. Boo.
No.
This episode
It
is
just came
over.
out, so we can't say what do you mean?
I
Haven't seen it
I saw it, and all I want to say is, oh my God, what a time to be an autistic grown man. What a time. What a time. I was having the
Statements
time
are being
of
made.
my goddamn
Did they-
life.
There's only one way I'm gonna watch this movie. Did Keanu say disgusting black creatures?
So he doesn't say that.
Disgusting black.
But
I'm not
Get out of
watching. I'm
my
not watching
no,
it.
no, no, no,
I'm not
no,
watching
no,
it.
No. But they do get off a Shadow loves Latinas joke, and I do like that. I do
Yeah,
like.
did
that.
they
I
really?
saw,
I'll
like,
give it a chance.
it's been all over Twitter. Like it's turned into a
Yeah.
meme, and I'm like, did he really say that in the movie?
Yeah,
He never
I'm
He
said
wondering.
didn't say
He
that.
never. He never.
says a version.
He implies it.
It's just what for some reason, like, you know how people would say like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z is black.
Mhm.
For
Yeah,
some
he
reason,
is.
Sonic
He
fandom
is.
has agreed that
African-American.
You see
Shadow is Hispanic.
He
I
is.
don't know what the
Shadow's
basis is for
Latino.
this, but he's Latino. And there's a point in the movie, this is not a spoiler, where he's
Blue
watching a novella with Agent Stone, Eggman's little sidekick guy. And it's two guys, it's like Juan and Roberto, they're fighting over this chick. And they're like, we will duel to the death. And Shadow's like, they should both die. This woman is not a prize to be waged over. I was like,
That's
God.
not Shadow, bro.
Shadow,
That's not
bro.
Shadow,
Sonic's
bro.
Latino and
That's
an
that's
incel.
La Sombra.
She
That's
said,
La Sombra.
he said,
La
this
sombra.
woman is not a prize for them to fight over. Shadow, feminist, and Latina advocate. Donde está las tortas? He's just like me for real.
Oh my god.
But this movie has action and adventure. The soundtracks are great. Even if you're not a Sonic fan, I feel like you could appreciate this movie. And the fact that these movies started out with like the most hideous design of Sonic the Hedgehog we've ever seen. It got bullied
Bullying
off
works.
the internet, and then they reworked
That
it
was
for
a
months.
wild
Brought
time.
it back,
Bullying works.
made the first movie, made the second one, and they both were critically acclaimed and made enough money to get us 3, and they all go hard and had a Jim
No.
Carrey resurgence.
And they announced the fourth one already.
And they
Ridiculous.
announced the fourth one already.
Who's next?
It-
Silver?
look,
Yeah,
look,
probably.
look,
Yeah,
respectfully,
Robo.
No, I want the werewolf,
Sonic.
the werewolf
Sonic.
one.
Sonic.
I don't want to
Make
spoil
it
the
Chris
movie.
Pratt.
I don't want to spoil it, but Luis is closer than you think.
Yeah, it's Silver. I know it's Silver.
My
not so-
my
it's
honorable
Mecha Sonic.
mention,
It's Mecha Sonic.
Yeah.
Mega Sonic.
Yeah,
My
he's the
honorable
most
mention,
credited.
even though we mentioned it earlier, is Beekeeper,
Mhm.
100%.
Golden
Because
film.
the way that
Huh.
movie goes, that movie could be played for jokes really early on. Like it
And
could
it's
be like,
serious.
but it goes the serious tone the entire time.
It takes itself seriously. And
It
doesn't
takes
let up.
itself. The only like unserious is the what's his name from
Josh
Hunger
Hutcherson.
Games.
Josh Hutcherson.
Yes,
Hutcherson.
but it makes sense what Josh Hutcherson is doing because he's the spoiled brat of the yada yada yada. But
Of Hillary
that
Clinton.
movie concept in like 2002 would
Yeah.
make fun of itself as the movie's going on. But from the start of the movie, where Jason Statham's first person he interacts with is Felicia Rashad, like that's where you go. Oh,
But
wait,
I think
hold
it's
on.
all about casting because they cast Jason
Exactly.
Statham, who doesn't really do comedy, and that's what makes
Exactly.
it. Had they cast Dave Bautista, it would have been a different movie, and it would have been funnier
Yeah.
than we wanted it to be. Had it been
Oh yeah, what's
Chris
that movie
Evans
that
or
flopped?
whatever the fuck, it would have been much
Assassins?
funnier.
There's like an endearing cheese to Beekeeper that I feel like you would find in like an 80s movie. Like it's just
Yeah.
it has that
It's
endearing
we said,
quality.
it's because Jason
Yeah.
Statham's playing it serious.
And David
so you
Ayer is
end up
too.
rooting for him like as the movie goes on. So when he actually gets into his big fights near the end, you're like leaning forward because now you're like now you're invested. So when he
I
fights
was-
dude in the weird like
Yeah.
party thing where they do that one take hand to hand little section,
Incredible.
you
The-
are just
Incredible.
like
Oh,
you're
in the
freaking out.
hallway?
I
And
forgot
you're
what
like,
I
oh
was
wait,
seeing.
and then you realize like, why am I
Yeah.
screaming like this?
There's
It's
even
like it's a
yeah.
good movie.
Why are my
there's
pants wet?
even there's even like a point in the
Don't piece
movie
your pants,
where
bro.
it gets to that final action sequence, and I started really processing the Secret Service is tweaking about the word of a nigga called the Beekeeper, and he's breaking into the White House. A beekeeper breaking into the White House is the most absurd sentence I've ever said.
Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
took it at face value.
And it's
That's
incredible. And it
And
works.
That's-
and they again
I will admit
incredible.
that is a sleeper. That is a sleeper.
Yeah,
That is
that's
a-
my honorable mention. That's something that you can throw on every
Mm.
day, just like in the background. And while you do stuff, look over and it's like, oh, there he go, beating people up again. I love it.
There he is.
There
Fucking
you
shit
go,
up.
beating people up again. Ah, man. Well, it's been a fun and wild ride this 2024. But we're really excited to see what 2025 brings for us as a team here, and for us as movie enjoyers, film enjoyers, comic enjoyers, game enjoyers, banter enjoyers, negativity enjoyers. I could go on and on. But
theory enjoyers.
if I kept going on, we would be here all night. So that is a wrap on today's episode, the last episode of 2024.
Let's go.
Do us a huge favor and go ahead and tap in with us on all platforms at Cinestro Corp, so you can stay tuned for everything coming up 2025. We got a lot coming out, and we're gonna cover it all. Like I said at the beginning, follow Backstage Joel, tap in with David and his crew. They doing big things.
Big teams out
there.
there.
They just expanded across the U.S. So if you're viewing this from somewhere not Texas, you're in luck.
Exactly.
If you're in somewhere where they're showing the backstage show, you need to dial in. Don't waste time.
Tap in.
You already dialed in here. Go ahead and dial in there. You already know what to do. Get your information from the right source. Tap in with AZ on Tari Singo. Tap in with him on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tari Singo.
Yes. And on the YouTube as well.
On the
because
YouTube.
on Christmas Day, special surprise. That's right. I'm dropping a very long video about a comic that is based on anti-circumcision propaganda that no one knows
I forgot
about.
you were doing that.
You know, by the time this episode posts, that will already be out.
Yeah.
By the time this episode posts, that will already be out. We're recording from the future, guys.
You're gonna get a second wave.
Look out, December 25th.
If you just heard that sentence, hop in your DeLorean and go back a couple days.
Wait. Oh, actually,
Watch
you're gonna be making an anti-circumcision video on the YouTube. No, I don't like that one. No,
We editing that out.
Fine. Actually, I make that decision, and I say no.
It's staying in.
Final cut.
It's your career. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I didn't say it.
Career?
Yeah.
He's gonna put a nasty echo chamber on it.
Yeah.
The wrong people are going to be.
YouTube.
We're going to have Alex Jones in our comments now. Damn. I don't
Yo,
want
is this
this.
our 2025 our right-wing drift art here?
Oh my god, I forgot.
We're not pulling a Zachary
My
Levi,
other
guys.
misfire, Amelia
Oh.
Perez. It's gonna win like 3 Oscars.
I know, and it shouldn't
Crazy.
win any. You're right.
3. It's gonna win like 5 or 6, man.
That bitch
Yeah,
is speaking
calling
high
it.
Valerian.
What is it gonna win?
Well,
We can talk about that off
best
camera.
original
Off
score.
camera.
Off camera.
nobody even knows. That being said, y'all, peace, love, pixie dust, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Cinestro Corp.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core.